Hi and welcome to how SaaS companies are exploding their sales. Ryan Gray here, and I'll get straight to the point, save you some time. If you're not a software as a service company with an established product that's out of beta, or you've spent all your funds and the only way to get to market now is through a revenue share model, then I'll be honest with you, you may as well leave right now because this won't be of any value to you. But if you have a legitimate product and you're one of the few SaaS companies who want to invest in their marketing to scale quickly, then here's our big promise and guarantee. What I'm about to share with you over the next few minutes, if you implement it of course, will give you the ability to scale your business with lightning speed because your marketing can be cost neutral. See, in as little as 60 to 90 days, you'll be able to get new SaaS clients virtually for free. I'll show you how in a second. Now, I'm not going to insult your intelligence here. You know that the software as a service space is hard on cash flow. You battle with free trials and spending a heap of cash just to get a new customer. Then you have to wait 3 to 6 months to get a return on your marketing investment. And that's if the customer sticks around long enough to make it profitable. That's why everyone gets venture capital or limits their marketing budget. But this means sacrificing equity in your company or growing at a snail's pace. It's incredibly frustrating. You have to spend heavy on marketing at the front end, and it's not sustainable if you want to scale quickly. So to succeed, you can't do what everyone else is doing, especially if you want to retain ownership of your business and or exceed your sales targets. See, to scale quickly without venture capital, you need to do the exact opposite of what all the other SaaS companies are doing. What you're being told to do is this. Here's a fairly typical software as a service marketing process. Now, we need to agree that if you want to scale, then you have to buy the traffic. Yes, you can get organic traffic, but if you want any kind of speed, then everyone pretty much in digital marketing agrees that paid traffic is the fastest way to grow. You simply can't wait 6 months for each keyword to rank or for your content to get traction. It's just going to take way too long. And that brings us to the first issue, and that's quality traffic. So a lot of people, and even marketers we're talking here, don't know how to get the laser targeted traffic that's needed to make this work. They just complain that the price of Google and Facebook has gone up, and they really don't understand how to get good traffic at a reasonable price. Now, in this example, we're getting traffic from both Facebook and Google for $2.50 each, and we're getting 1,000 visitors from each. Of Facebook and Google. Now, that's usually the first problem that's encountered. The second issue is that traffic is then sent to a website or product page, and you're just never going to get your best conversion using, a website or product page. And keep in mind here that we have actually run conversion testing and analysis on dozens of funnels just like this, and it doesn't work. The whole model is broken. So generally speaking, you would get about 10% of traffic, and that's going to be the quality traffic that has a chance at A, signing up for a free trial, and B, making a purchase. So about 10% will actually sign up for a free trial. And then over the course of that 14 days, during your free trial, we would expect about 10% to make a purchase from you at, let's say, for example, in this scenario, for $197. Now, obviously 100% of people from the order form who complete their credit card details will go through to the thank you page and will make about 20 sales out of the 2,000 traffic that has come to your website. Now, if we run a simulation on this, then what we actually see is we make almost $4,000 in sales, which isn't too bad, except when we look at the costs that it's taken us to make that almost $4,000. So the traffic cost by itself is $5,000 plus a bit extra for merchant fees, plus a little bit more taking into account that we'll have some chargebacks and refunds as part of that. So our expenses are a bit over $5,000. Now, ultimately what that means is that if you run this sort of scenario, that you're at a loss of about $1,377. So, you're having to tip in out of your own pocket $1,300-ish for the month. Now, that may not seem like that much money until we want to scale that up to, say, 10 times or 20 times. Now, if we were to do that, suddenly you're 13,000 out of pocket or 26,000 out of pocket. And you can see that this whole model, unless you've got really, really deep pockets, which most SaaS companies don't, then the whole model is just broken. It's so hard to be profitable from day one. So at least using this model. So, you can see that the model is just totally, totally broken. In comparison, this is the R9 system where we use the same 2,000 visitors but get a lot more and a lot faster return on investment. See, we use lead magnets that work well for SaaS products, and we're not talking about your standard 12 ways to do whatever. Like, this is an offer that your target market finds highly valuable, something they really want that costs you virtually nothing to deliver. Then, instead of sending them to a website or information page, we actually send them to a sales page. It's a bit more sharp than a product information page. And out of that, we want to be selling a higher end product, which could be something like a 12-month subscription at a substantial discount. It could be another product of a high enough value. And we would expect about 1% of those to move through and complete an order form and become a sale. So we would get about 5 sales out of that. Now, the purpose of that is to liquidate the vast majority of your marketing costs. It's not where you make your most profit, and we'll have a look at that in a second. So if they choose not to go ahead with the larger offer, what we do is we still actually offer them the standard SaaS software product, and this is where the majority of your profit is made. If, of course, they drop out way back at the start, we want to retarget to them. So this here is, I'm not sure if you've seen the ads that follow you around, but that can really be an effective way of re-engaging people. And then we also want to send them a series of nurture sequences. Now, each email has the capacity to convert conservatively at 1% for this example. Now, we've seen these go a lot higher than this, but let's be conservative to make sure everything works in the example. That all pushes through to your standard SaaS offering, of which we expect about 5%, which is about half the conversion rate of the previous example. Still the same $197, and that would sign up within the 14-day period where the free trials happen. So of 5% of people signing up and placing their order here, we would expect 100% of them to go through to the thank you page. And if we run a simulation on that, what we actually find is we're making about $10,500 in sales, which is a lot better from the same amount of traffic. Our costs are a little bit more, so closer to $6,000. But the most important thing is this. What we're finding is that our monthly profit in the first month of customer acquisition is $4,793. So let's say $4,800 as a round figure. Now, the question is, can we scale this up by a factor of 10 or 20? And the answer is yes. If we just threw budget at this, you would actually come out, if we were to scale it up by a factor of 10, with $48,000 in revenue. Now, that's obviously going to cover any marketing costs. It's going to, cover reinvestment back into any marketing and that kind of thing. Now, I know this might look too good to be true, but the numbers don't lie. This is highly achievable once you have all of these elements in place. And this is the system that we've seen work time and time again to convert the same traffic, warm it up, make it a higher quality lead, and both liquidate your marketing up front and bring people on in a monthly capacity into your standard software product. And what this allows you to do is go toe-to-toe with even big competition, because the old adage of whoever can spend the most to acquire the customer wins, this allows you to do that. This allows you to reinvest at a fairly large scale to beat your competition. And that's something to get excited about. See, our proprietary R9 system gives you the right type of lead magnets that get attention, the structure and templates vital to getting sales, the types of offers that succeed for SaaS products, the technology to make your growth system repeatable and consistent, the copywriting and specific messages needed to create your powerful sales ecosystem. So the question is, would you rather fast growth that requires a heap of capital, or a system where your marketing pays for itself, and with a 100% guarantee of results? Because if you do what we ask you to do, there's really no way you can fail at this, so we're happy to stand behind this and give you a rock-solid guarantee. So if you think the R9 system for generating new SaaS customers profitably is something you might be interested in, let's have a chat about helping you put this whole thing together. Just click the link below and fill out an application, and we can see if it's a right fit for you. If it's not a right fit, that's fine too. We can end the call as friends, no big deal. Just simply click the link now to book a call with me and my team, and we're looking forward to hearing from you soon.